Magic 97.7 BB Mac, still on your side, and it's a Tuesday, no longer Monday, thank goodness. But being a Tuesday, it's time for Good Policies with Mike Barrett from Barrett Insurance Agency. Good morning, Mike.
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
Kind of looks like winter.
It kind of feels like winter.
It has, though.
Yeah. How awesome is it, though, for snow travelers? You know, you got the vast folks out there that must be dancing in the streets. You got the ski areas dancing in the streets. You know, the winter tourism is a big thing here, and this is exactly what we need. So how awesome is that?
I think it's absolutely awesome because my buddy Dave over here at White's is a snowboarder and skier.
Yep.
I mean, he is like the snowboarder. I said, hey, dude, you going to hit the outing club tomorrow night? He says, I might. He says, I've never skied under the lights.
That'd be cool.
Wouldn't it?
I've never skied under the lights there either. Maybe Ethan and I should go. So that'd be very cool. It's nice. That's where I learned how to ski was at the LOC. So come on.
All right. So winter is in full swing, Mike, and we've seen and heard about a lot of automobile incidents out there. Thankfully, there haven't been very many catastrophic ones,
Right.
But that snow doesn't just impact the driving. First off, let's hit the driving aspect. Your drive in this morning?
Yeah, I saw two cars off the road, 91 northbound between St. Johnsbury and Lyndonville, and it's evident that the roads are not good. So don't be driving like it's dry weather, dry road conditions because the storm is over, right? The storm was yesterday. The cleanup has begun. The cleanup is far from over. And with these cold weather temps, even with that beautiful sunshine we'll get through the day today, those roads are going to still have some slick spots because they can't get them perfectly clear right now. So take it easy. And for those folks, luckily it looked like the people that were off the road were okay. I didn't have time to stop, nor was it really safe to do so, but I know state police were up there. So,
all right. So now let's talk about the impacts on your domicile or your business.
On everything, right?
Yeah.
So we're talking. So first off, Jeff, we talked about it. I mentioned, I heard Mark talking this morning. The snowfall we received is kind of in the record books dating back to the record keeping for the Fairbanks Museum. That's significant in a couple of ways. One, I guess all of us old folks who say we used to get a lot more snow than we do now are wrong. I heard him say that. I'm like, no. We used to get 3 feet of snow every day when I was a kid. I do remember a lot of snow, but we got a significant amount of snowfall. What was the average measurement that you saw in the area?
Well, the average, he said, was between 15 and 20. He said that their actual measurements in the backyard, 17.7, the second greatest snowfall since 1894.
Yeah, so that goes back. I mean, you were what, a year when that measurement was taken? Year old, maybe?
Yeah.
But we have a lot of snow, and what's the wonderful thing about the snow we have right now? It is light and fluffy. That is going to change. So with that significant amount of snow that's out there, it may not be a bad idea, and I'm not saying you have to, but remember, as part of an insurance contract, mitigation of loss, prevention of loss is really part of the game here. It's really on you to do that. So maybe getting out there and getting some of that snow off while it's nice, light and fluffy before the sun gets to it, the more moisture gets into it, the heavier it gets, the ice dams that can create over time, especially with that much snow. The ounce of prevention thing comes in mind here. So maybe that's not a bad idea. And also, when we have these storms, make sure you're brushing your vehicles off. Now, number one, it's the law, but you have a liability exposure if you're cruising down the road and you lead to an accident because snow on your vehicle has hindered somebody behind you, hit them or damaged their car. Granted, you'll probably be 10 miles away before they realize it came off your car. I don't want to play those odds. I don't think anyone should. So make sure you're showing some safety with that. Make sure you're scraped off and clean so that you can drive safely on the road.
Well, as we've seen some pictures, and you don't even have to go to the social media to check out the pictures. You can just walk around the back of your vehicle if you've been out and driven any distance. That snow collects on the back of the vehicle. It covers your license plate. It covers your brake lights. Covers your directional lights.
Your backup camera.
Yep. So,
yeah. My collision warning is all upset with me this morning. It keeps telling me I'm running into ice, apparently. Because that's what's on my collision warning sensors in the front of my car. But there's so many things that come with this time of year. Keeping your driveway properly maintained, making sure that, especially if you're a business, that you've got a proper maintenance plan in place. Because if somebody slips and falls, which can happen this time of year for sure, you could be held liable. So make sure you have a proper plan in place. Have a contractor if it's big enough. We have a contractor who takes care of our lot. Best decision ever, because the last thing I'd want to do is be out there shoveling my driveway trying to get my office open for the day. So, our driveway's been plowed and sanded. We know it's a safe place for people to park and come into our office. That's pretty important because you do have bodily injury liability on your business owner's policies for a reason. And even on lesser's risk policies, say you just own a building. Well, if there's an area that's parking for that building on the land, you're also exposed. So it's all about taking these little steps this time of year to make sure. We've already heard all the gas folks say, look, if you have gas at your house, make sure that you check your vents. Make sure the vent for your boiler or furnace, if it's gas, isn't covered, so it's not pushing back carbon monoxide into the house. Make sure your gas meters are not covered in snow. So many things, easy things to do just to be making sure you're safe.
Well, you use the phrase mitigation. Basically, it is, being prepared. And let's go, since we're inside of the home here, let's go to, say, the basement area. We've talked about in the past, making sure that your pipes aren't frozen, leaving a faucet trickling or dribbling. If you can, get pipe heaters. And if you have a surveillance system, something that reads temperature, that also shines good in the world of insurance.
Those are very impressive. Actually, I have a system at my house that it looks like a hockey puck. A white hockey puck is how I describe it. It literally sits on the floor in my basement. It measures for moisture, and it measures for low temp. That's amazing. And it will alert central alarm if I have that activated, but a lot of times you don't have to. It'll certainly alert me so that I can get prepared and make sure I address any potential issues that come from this. Because that prevention can save you will save an insurance company tens of thousands of dollars and you a lot of nightmare.
All right. So we didn't talk a lot about, a specific insurance topic, but pretty much good advice for everyone to be prepared.
That's the thing. We are all busy. We all have stuff to do. Like my snowblower died yesterday, so I'm kind of freaking out. Like, when am I going to get that done? But I have to get it done quick. I got to make sure we're taking care of things and we're making sure everything is ready to go and that I'm doing my part as a property owner as part of the contract to mitigate the potential for loss.
All right. If someone wants to contact Barrett Insurance,
give us a call, 748-5224. You can find our office on Portland Street in St. Johnsbury, online, thebarrettagency.com. Google, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Just look for Barrett Insurance Agency. And a quick NEK Can plug, if you don't mind, Jeff. The NEK Can 80s Dance is going to be held. It's a new location. I believe, what's that Friday? The second Friday in February, or first Friday in February? I think it's the 8th. 7th or 8th. I really should have it on my calendar, but it's going to be coming up. Look for it on our website, nekcan.org. All the proceeds go to NEK Can. It's a wonderful 80s dance at the VFW right here in Lindenville. I know Mike LeBounty had a great dance party this past weekend. We hope to make it as fun. So.
Well, we've seen a lot of folks partnering with NEK Cancer Action Network, too. So you keep it safe out there. Keep warm. Get that snowblower fixed.
My goodness. I'm mechanically declined, Jeff. So let's see how well this works.
All right. We're on our way to our Hometown Minute here on Magic and News coming up at 9 o'clock. Right now, it's Fountains of Wayne.